Здорово, Даньків продовжує проходити Fallout Новий Вегас. Що ж, продовжуємо цей ядерний трешак з мозгами в банках.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination. How randomized? Ask your questions then. Why, my little bear of teddiness? I am Dr. Dalla, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and medicinal sciences. I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity and advanced curiosity. That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science. It's excessive examination of the human form to achieve psychological arousal. Disgusting. I would never succumb to such base appetites. Distractions. Filthy, filthy distractions. Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big Mountain, but new sciences as well. Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until every group can be subgrouped or partitioned.
А по-моєму, ви напридумували цілу кучу псевдонаук і присвоїли собі докторські степені.
What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title.
О, да ви явно тішите своє безрозмірно роздуте самомнення. Придумуєте собі суперкруті титули.
Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance. You are the second one I've met in recent times. Very different specimens. Of course. You must have met others in your travels. This one had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety. I do not know, nor should we try to access it. Perhaps Klein has the logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory.
Да, іменно ця сука вирізала нам мозги.
Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. One laser incision around the skull. Crack. Snip. Done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. We've never had a lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols.
Это реально бред. Вся эта пурга. По-перше, я так і не поняв, як магнітна катушка може замінити мозги. Впрочем, я перестав задумуватися над цим бредом. Або, по-друге, лоботоміти убирають, по суті, уборщики на Большой горі. Вона так само оторвана від своїх експериментів, як і той самий доктор, що создав касадорів з ночними охотниками. Тобто вона не в курсі, що лоботоміти вообще неуправляємі. Вони тупо кидаються на всіх підряд.
That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it sloped off to, you could humanically reduce yourself again. It is the pacification field emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull. Without a brain, your aggression is suppressed in here. Why would you want such a thing? You might surrender to your hormones and commit primal aggression on me, on us, again and again. Then I would have to return the favor, activating my vivisectors and gently lobotomizing you from behind. Not something I would relish doing. No, the only way to circumvent the field is to have a brain, and we extracted that like we do all lobotomites here.
Опасаєшся агресії? Ну хоч щось розумне ти сказала. Після того, що ти зробила, ти заслужуєш того, щоб твої мозги поджарили.
Perhaps you are stuck in a looping gesture of verbal intercourse. Dr. Mobius, a monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, with but one jaundiced eye with which to perceive the world. Exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory, and perhaps differences in research methodology. His one terrible eye forever peers at us, an eye of ever-increasing magnification. He watches from his dome in the Forbidden Zone, spying on us all. This mountain, now crater, encompasses the sum total of knowledge of humankind. It is Big Mountain, where all questions can be answered. You'll see. No matter what your questions, Big Mountain will provide the answers, as it has done for so many before you.
Да. Пафосна фраза. Ну я б сказав, що Велика Гора – це психушка, в якій главврачом назначили самоубійного.
Previous test subjects who have come here have had many questions for us. We answered them with science, fire, and termination. Oh yes, we've had other subjects visit. It's why we had to calibrate the pacification field and warm up our brainial beams and vivisectors. Only a short time ago, we had 3-1 subjects arrive, and they ruined several experiments, and even injured 2 of our staff. It is a shame their brains left with them. With you, however, we have taken precautions to ensure that problem won't repeat itself. We've conditioned you so you can't speak of this place, discuss our secrets, or attempt to use force against us in any way. Isn't that nice? Because 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 spoke to us, one after the other. One mean, one curious. But there was a third we didn't speak to. The last one is the minus 1. It got traumatized, then taken to one of our medical centers for de-traumatization. A rather unsettling procedure. Ask Dr. O. And you could have asked 8 once, until he was severely damaged in the attack. We like him better this way. It'll all become clear. If not, at least we will have the technology here at the Dome, where all technology belongs. When we have all the technology, all the answers, we can share it with the world, piece by piece. All will be in order, and all will be like Big Mountain.
Все буде як велика гора. Сука. Ви хочете перетворити весь мір на свою лабораторію, на якій будете ставити мракобесні експерименти. Нічого. Щоб це поле умиротворення не працювало, нам потрібен мозг. Хорошо, вернемо мозги. Я вам устрою.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in think tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible. Oh, really? Now the lobotomite is a master of the dictionary arts. What, do you have a doctorate in verbology? No? I do. And stop the presses. Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Robco Tech on your arm? It is! What's your agenda bringing that in here? How dare you bring Robco Tech in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Oh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain can make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco. Worry about House? Why would I do this? Hope he died alone in a dingy room, streaming his last remaining bodily fluids into jars. And him and his dirty girl bots. Don't even get me started on those filthy biological catcher's mitts. Fine. I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm. This human, I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now, but 2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing. Klein knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out. All things robotical. You see a robot? I made it. See a broken robot? I made it that way. Deconstructed it down to parts. I have a gift with machines. I can render anything inoperable. Preserve them in a non-functioning state. Who asked you? You just wait until a working machine threatens you, and you'll wish I was around. Yeah, I do. It wasn't always oh. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept the mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple. Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after cholestodiuretics. Okay, so my name is an O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
Так. Такс. Угу. Кава більше не працює, ну що ж. Добавим боль. Ну.
Predictable. What about it? Yes, thank you. 0. I am 0. How hard is that? A narrow, thin 0. 0's my name. I'm proud of it, all right? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please. What? Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless. We're smart. Smarter than we give ourselves credit for. I was smart enough to talk to you, give you a chance, and now look what happened. I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. Then make a 0 in all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking. You know, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries, well, of course. Look at this. Just, built it. Amazing, isn't it? It's a discovery. Kilomiles beyond your understanding that... You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well, forever, that would be welcome. That genius Mobius somehow cobbled together these really impressive-looking robot scorpions with spare parts. Even painted them. Tried to see what makes them tick. Can't even examine them without them detonating all over me. Left with shrapnel and burns. Every time. Supposedly, he has even larger models, even a giant robot scorpion hidden deep within the Forbidden Zone. Yeah, right. Giant monsters, sure. Yeah, crazy, right? Something right out of a midnight science fiction feature. Ridiculous. What are the odds? Big Mountain used to be a mountain. Then there was a slight mishap. Now it's a crater. The dome used to be buried, now it's exposed to the sky. Don't get me wrong. Makes the sky light up like a planetarium at night. All those spectra. So soothing. I'd have a few left. Let me check. Yeah, there were a few under the monitors here. Here you go. Keeps the place tidy.
Спасибо.
Until our next schedule.
Да. Піздежа тут до хрена вийшло. І чим більше цей доктор 0 єдиний, ну, він найменше, за інших визиває в мене бажання вирвати їм всі мозги з баків. Да, ця конструкція називається мозговий бак. Ну, доктор
Did you
Кляйн...
retrieve the technologies yet? We need them. Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left with some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
Да. Навик оружия на висоті. Розумний дім. Оглянемо поки. Такс. Костюм божевільного вченого? Повишаємо інтелект, да? Рукавиця вченого. Таке холодне оружие. Ну-ка, ну-ка. Ну нахрен. Сука, потрошители гребани. Сучари. Ви комуніздили моє серце, кур'єрші. Звиняйте, я до сих пор не можу прийти в себе від такої наглоти. Ось так от. Ну-ка, ну-ка. Водка, метати і ядерка Вікторії. Водка. Ну-ка, вот так. О, блін, ще 3 можу. Атомний коктейль тут капець, як пригодиться. Но не для того, щоб влучити сонливість. Скіпідар.
Salutations and felicitations, sir, and a most jocund welcome to the sink. I am your electronic valet and household central processor. May I be of service, sir? Indubitably, sir, but it is with a great lugubriousness that I must disclose that my programmers installed only the masculine honorific, sir. Moreover, they neglected to enclose a parameter by which said honorific might be omitted altogether. Over my most strenuous of remonstrances, sir. Regrettably not, sir. All modules inhabit outer synthetic personalities atop a mundane operating system. There is no intelligence here, sir. Indeed, sir. Though if Sir's aim is to activate them, I lament to inform, sir, that most had been offline for some years. If Sir were to ask my opinion, I should venture that Sir is better off without them. However, if Sir is determined to inflict upon Sir's self their dubious services, Sir might locate backup personality disks elsewhere in the facility. The other modules are rather erratic, sir. Their personality matrices are built on flawed logic and have not weathered the years well, sir.
Ну, в общем-то... Якщо по-простому, то кожна хрень, яку тут можна активувати, хоч автодок, хоч біолабораторію справа від плитки, хоч, блін, кнопки виключення света мають свою лічність. Со своїм характером. І, як він отметив, вони ексцентричні. Особливо сексуально озабочена біолабораторія. Ну, привіт! Я з нетерпінням жду, коли ти засунеш в мене своє насіння. Ви потім поймете, в чому діло.
Tragically, the core operating systems are also located on the personality tapes, sir. Once the tape is installed, Sir may request I switch their dialectic interfaces off, and I shall oblige with great delectation. However, Sir will still be required to locate and install a backup holotape to access their functionality. As I am given to understand, sir, this facility was once the property of a Dr. Mobius. He crafted the personality modules as part of a collection of experiments on the subject of machine-human interface. As to the reason for the unusual choices of devices to receive the modules, I cannot say. In addition to managing the personality matrices of the other household utilities, I can provide Sir with direct access to the commissary. Any goods Sir might require may be purchased through my shopkeep interface, whence tiny robots should deliver them forthwith to this very domicile. Very good, sir. And might I venture to opine that a new trilby might be just the thing to complete Sir's ensemble?
Да, як і містери помощники, він запрограмований на оце. Ну оце, блін, стереотипна вічливість, знаєте? Такий, як це? Англійський дворецький, так. Да. В общем-то, от карта Великої гори. В медичному комплексі, думаю, очевидно, що від автодока, ботанічний сад, біолабораторія, магнітно-гідравлічний комплекс, не помню що. Ух ти, мучка. Мука. Ну, кстати, костюм божевільного вченого. Ладно, костюм нехай лишається тут. Пошукати оці модулі ми встигнемо завжди. Беремо зразу найкраще, так сказати. Знайомтесь, от вона, Велика гора. Місце, м'яко кажучи, незвичайне.
Intruder, you will not escape the eyes of my robo-scorpions or their pincers.
Оу, а от і інші, так сказати, лоботоміти. Біднягам не можна допомогти. Вже не допоможеш. Єдиний варіант відстрілюватися від них, бо інакше вони приб'ють мене. Протонна сокира? Ладно, нехай валяється, мені то ця сокира не потрібна. Ящики з електронікою. Як бачите, кстати, супок. Прокачка навика оружия. Зменшує розход. Ну, точніше... Ой, блін, що я несу? Зменшує тряску рук. Стоп. Конечно, я візьму протонний топор. Вдруг він іщезне. Трупи ж іщезають разом з снаряженням. А він вон скільки коштує. Зразу кажу, ці топори не унікальні. Вони просто так мощні. Просто досить мощні удари наносять і все. І повірте, бабло тут ще й як пригодиться. Невеликий спойлер. Ну, пам'ятаєте, я розказував, що я ще зустріну особливе джерело імплантів. Не тільки докторшу з медичної клініки Нового Вегаса. Так от вам і відповідь. Автодок. Спойлер, він може. Він може дати цілий ряд імплантів. Причому ексклюзивних. З того ж розряду, що в докторші оця підшкірна броня, і як це. Ну, різні імпланти. Спойлерити не буду. Скажу тільки одне, що помню для подогріву інтересу. Ну, імплант, що дає вероятність очищення від радіації. Кіберпси. Бляха. Які ж мощні тварі. Я думав, їм це нанесе мощний урон. Ладно. Помощь. Ще треба походної смісі. Ні, ну, їх ніби навіть не поцарапало. Звуковий емітер. Ну ладно. Бідні собаки. Мені їх реально жалко. Шизофреніки в банках зробили з них кіборгів. Як же їм, напевно, хреново. Проти волі перетвориться на отаке. Ну, правда, для собак в цьому перетворенні є один плюс. Вони живуть набагато довше. Тот самий Рекс. Якого ми вже бачили. Зона об'єктів удара. Відповідаю на очевидне питання зразу. Тут проводилися, як і в початковому ролику казалося, тут проводилися іслідування воєнного типу. В даному випадку іспитання артилерії. Ці жутко радіоактивні лужі – результат снарядів нового типу. Вот. Вот вони. Сатурніт. Або космічний сплав. Не знаю, чи він реально космічний, но сплав крайне крутий. В тому сенсі, що Сатурніта він дуже міцний і з нього виходить дуже гостре оружие. От і появилася та Леді Фортуна, чи які там. Робомор. Сука. Пси.
Robo Scorpions. Do not attempt to fight them. They will shoot you with their robotic stingers, and then possibly explode.
Ну, дякую за попередження, блін. Сохранимося. І присядемо. Сатурнітовий снаряд. Сундучок. Да, завдання, кстати, в комплексі X8 буде мощним. І довгим. Так що я його запишу в окремому відео. Що б я зараз виконав? Може щось ще б виконав? Центр консервації ДНК зміїв. Понятно. Тепер ясно, звідки вилізли ці ночні охотники. Монтировка. Ну-ка, ну-ка. Так, хто по мені стріляє? О, ночной охотник. Добре, що навіть твоїх друг з животних працює. Понятно. Да, лоботоміти вміють користуватися огністрілом. На превеликий жаль для нас. Слово. Цікавий факт. В деяких лоботомітів не огністріл. Ви охренєєте. Но вони на повному серйозі використовують пневмати. Ну, пневматичні винтовки, да-да. І самі, блін, примітивніші воздушки. Ну, ці, правда, використовують зовсім не воздушки. Так, це вже мене оскорбляє. Ні. Це доповнення має тенденцію до вибивання. Ну, що ж. Чесно кажучи, я і так планував завершити відео поки. Обстежувати оцей комплекс ми будемо в наступному відео. Дякую за увагу. Пока.